Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Aries, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Aries, I hope that you're having a beautiful start to your year. I did a mini meditation before I turned on the camera. I'm just going to read out the things that I saw in that mini meditation, then I'll hold it up for you to take a screen cap if you wish. You may see these things on your travels in life in the next few weeks. If you do, if they provide a synchronicity for you, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear about it. They may also show up in the reading, but they may not. Aries, for you, I saw Japan, but specifically the shape of all the islands of Japan, like on a map, which then made me think of coordinates. The dark side of the moon, which is that like a Pink Floyd album name? I'm not sure. But I saw a picture recently of the moon. I guess the satellite is past the moon, and it took a picture of the dark side of the moon and the earth behind it. And it's very, I mean, that's a real photograph, but it's very disconcerting. It's hard to describe why it's disconcerting. It just is for me. And anyway, so I saw that. So the dark side of the moon, like, you know that it's there, you know that something's there, but you can't see it. Antenna, rainfall, New York City, a motorcycle with a sidecar, airplane takeoff, but not from inside the cabin, but outside, watching an airplane take off. Lock jaw, right? When this part of your jaw gets really tight, you can't open your mouth. So maybe that has to do with a blocked throat chakra. Maybe there's something that you need to tell somebody. It's hard to say. And the pancreas. And I think I spelled pancreas wrong, but here we are. So Aries, that's your items from your mini meditation. So please take a screen cap and please let me know if there's something that you see. I'm going to pull one card for you today from the Human Spirit Oracle, and your reading will be from the Pulp Tarot. What do we have? These have been pre-shuffled, so I'm going to just shuffle one more time. What do we have for Aries? Okay, that was fast. And this card has come out before. It's so strange because Leo got the number 34 and you got the number 43, which reduces to 7, which is the Chariot card in the Major Arcana. Chariot card talks about movement forward, international travel, a mastery over the self, victory. Your card is Spill the Tea. And we have seen this card before. There's so many cards in this deck, and I've shuffled it so many times. But when the card that wants to come out makes itself known, there's no arguing with it. Spill the tea. It's so interesting because you got that lockjaw. Maybe somebody is asking you to spill the tea. Maybe you have some big plans in your life that you have not told anyone about. But the people around you may be seeing it clear as day, like they can see that you have something to say that you're not saying. That's your business, whether or not you want to divulge something. I just noticed for the first time ever, even though I think I pulled this card 3 times, that her whole body is a teapot. That's the handle and that's the spout. What's that song? I'm a little teapot. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout. When I don't know the next line, but it's like tip me over and pour me out. That song is weird. I don't know why that just came into my head. I mean, I know why, but I wish it hadn't. But there it is. Maybe that's a song that your parents used to sing to you when you were little. I have no idea. But somebody wants somebody to say something. So I'm going to pull 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards for clarifier. And we shall see what we see. Past, present, and future energies. Oh, okay. Eventually I will have a 2-camera system set up here so that you can see my table while I shuffle, but that would require me to be technologically savvy, and we're barely holding on here. Okay. Again, I don't usually look at the bottom of the deck for these kinds of readings, but they asked me to look at the bottom of the deck. You got the Tower in reverse, Judgment underneath that. 2 major arcanas. You know, there's a lot of major arcana in your reading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there are only 10 cards out so far, so that's a lot of major arcana. When I say major arcana, I'm talking about the first 22 cards of the tarot deck, which represent the archetypes of humanity and very heavily divinely guided energies. I said in the Leo reading, they also got a lot of major arcana. I said to them, it's like spirits holding your hand through this particular period of time. The I was looking at that card. The Tower, which is number 16. It's so interesting because this absolutely reminds me of a very specific apartment building in New York City. Actually, the one where Bono lives. On the Upper East Side. Upper East Side? Upper West Side. Excuse me. Upper West Side. It represents something that was built on a very shaky foundation. When I see the card in reverse, it's almost like you've somehow averted disaster. Maybe because you didn't spill the tea. Maybe there's a secret that you didn't want to get out, right? Could be something to do with a past person or a past situation. Judgment card, Major Arcana, number 20, talks about resurrecting something from the past, answering the call of spirit, asking yourself. See, it's so funny. I went to pick this card up and I dropped it, and it dropped in the upright. So maybe you're still a little bit in flux as to what it is that you want to do at this time. You know you want to avert disaster, that's for sure. You want to avert a great upheaval. Maybe it's not total disaster, but it's a lot of change. The Tower comes with a lot of change. And there could be something that you're deliberating at this time. What is the best course of action? 2 of Wands. That's why I said 2. What is the best course of action? You're not entirely sure. And because you're not entirely sure, you're just kind of standing there, looking out into the distance. This is all in your subconscious energies. In the past energy, so interesting. He's got the world in his hands, and the world showed up for you. The World card in reverse, number 21, ends the Major Arcana, starts with the Fool, ends with the World. The World meaning worldliness, a fuller understanding of all the aspects of your situation and reaching a level of maturity regarding it. When we see the World card in the upright, it can talk about international. Oh, look, see? Coordinates. Wait, is it highlighting Japan? No, that would have been something. Oh my God. But it is highlighting this blue. Well, wait. No, it's not quite high enough. The blue line runs over the New York City area of the United States. I said coordinates. I forgot that, you know, I don't actually have all the cards memorized in all the decks. I have so many tarot decks. And the only ones that I know what each image looks like by heart is the Rider-Waite Tarot, because that's the one that I learned on. I forgot that this card looked like this. But I said coordinates in your mini meditation, so there's something to it, okay? There's something to it. The coordinates of something. Triangulation. Oh. My head's starting to itch. This is like it buzzes. It's like when I'm getting downloads. When I said triangulation, I kind of thought of like people. So I don't know if you are triangulating people or someone tried to triangulate you in some situation. But the idea here is that we're kind of focusing in on something, right? Like the coordinates. So there could be a process here where you are trying to close out a chapter of your life. And in order to do that, you have to be very specific in your approach. Two of Pentacles clarifies the World card. Right now you're kind of juggling a lot. You're juggling a lot. And at some point you have to put something down. Two of Pentacles can go on forever and ever, multitasking. Let's get a clarifier on the World card, please. And the Two of Pentacles. What is it that needs to close out? Ace of Wands in the reverse. In the past energy, excuse me. I think I'm going to just drink some water. Throat chakra closed. In the past energy, there could have been an opening, a brand new opportunity afforded to you that Spirit wanted to bring in, but it's almost like because you had your hands full, you weren't able to pick up what they put down. I feel like you saw it coming though. You saw this Ace of Wands. Wands is your element, fire energy. It's the fire suit of the tarot. And it talks about passion. It can talk about sexuality. That initial spark of something. Fire, right? But in the reverse, it's almost as if like you could see the opportunity, but you weren't able to grab a hold. The conditions were not right. So this was the past energy. What's in the present tense? The Eight of Swords in the reverse. So no longer being stuck in your head about it. So you can just see this character. She's trapped and bound by her own thoughts. Eight of Swords can talk about just way overthinking. Just really being stuck in our heads. You see how prominent the moon is in this card? Dark side of the moon, we're only seeing the light. But the light is so bright that we're seeing like the dark side of, it's almost like, where is it now? Guys, I shuffled the deck. I just want to show you. Where is it, Spirit? Where is it? Kind of want to make a point. But They're not giving it to, they're not letting me. I was going to make a point visually. Where is it? Here. It's almost like, sorry that took me so long. The dark side of the tower. This totally reminds me. It's not a one-to-one, but they remind me of the same building. So, in a way, there's something here in your life that is very looming, imposing. Well, even the perspective of how this is illustrated, we're looking way up at it. We're tilting our head so much that it's almost like causing a crook in our neck, because it's so high, it's so imposing, and perhaps bearing down on us. It's like the weight of something, the responsibility of something, right? And this is you kind of telling me I'm no longer going to be trapped and bound by that idea. It's almost like bringing it down to size is what I just heard. Like you're bringing something that seems really intimidating way down to size, to a manageable bite-sized portion that you can deal with. This is clarified by the Hermit in reverse, the Major Arcana number 9, Virgo energy. The Hermit talks about going through a dark night of the soul, going inward, isolating yourself off from friends and family to really do a lot of self-reflection, deep diving into past trauma, right? Maybe this tower is simply a story that you told yourself about your family, your friends, your job, your identity, your partnership, and it's just, you know, you thought it had to be one way and that was the only way it had to be, and that's not necessarily true. So when we come out of that Hermit energy, it's almost like now we have something to say. We've learned something. Here's that spill the tea. Maybe somebody spilled the tea. We've learned something. And we want to express it. I don't know if this is the right time, though. Let me ask Spirit what it is that Aries wants to express. Look at that. Chariot showed up, but in the reverse. The Chariot and the World card both can represent international travel. But when the Chariot card, right, number 43, I said it was the Chariot because it reduces to a 7, which is the Chariot. It's almost like when the card is in reverse, so you got the World and the Chariot in reverse, it's like you haven't been able to ride off into the sunset, like ride towards your victory yet. There is still something very stagnant and pending, not impending, although it could be, but I see it as just pending. It's not the right time, Aries. If there is something that you need to, you do what you want. Tarot is just a guide. I don't feel like it's the right time to spill this tea. Either tea that you have, tea that you've learned, right? What is spill the tea? What does that mean? It means to, like, it can mean gossip or just reveal some important information. I feel as though Spirit kind of wants you to just hold. See, now they're not spilling the tea. I'm asking them, what is the tea? I'm literally shuffling. Here's the Judgment card again. Judgment card showed up twice for you today, showed up for Leo. Something having to do with the past. Something about resurrecting something from the past. It feels heavy, it feels deep, it feels big, it feels like whatever it is that you are sitting on right now, I think it could be earth-shattering for people in your, particular people in your life. Spirit is saying hold, just wait, because you have some nice cards coming up here. So Spirit is saying this is the present tense of whenever you're watching this reading. So if you're watching this 3 years from when I film it, it's your present tense. The time when you reveal this information will present itself. Like you will know you're opening. Like when the door opens for you to say what you need to say, it will present itself to you. You'll know it. You'll know it. In the future energy, King of Wands in the reverse. This showed up in the Leo reading in their past. This is in your future, King of Wands in the reverse. There could be something where you're feeling a little bit of a loss of control. You could be really frustrated by that fact because you're not sitting in your own energy, right? You're kind of swept off your feet, but not in a good way. Like you are, you're not in the ideal position, and Spirit is clarifying that with the Temperance card. Again, patience, hold, patience. All will be revealed. Now it's almost like Spirit will spill the tea when the time is right. Temperance card talks about turning something from one state of being into another state of being. So like base metals to gold, pain into power, water into wine, that idea, which is what you'll be doing in the future. But in order to do that properly, it takes time. It doesn't just happen overnight and you're a brand new person. No. If you give yourself grace and you give yourself patience, after a while you won't be the same person anymore. You'll be somebody new. I'm going to ask for a clarifier for Temperance. What are they transmuting? Spirituality, a Hierophant, number 5 in the Major Arcana. The Hierophant is interesting. This can represent Taurus energy. It's Pope of the Tarot, and it talks about somebody who is earthbound, something or someone that is earthbound but connected to the divine. So it could, the Hierophant energy can talk about spiritual text, right? Books and teachings. That can also be Hierophant energy. But to me, in this reading, it represents a person who you are consulting as a spiritual authority, somebody who is maybe psychically connected to spirit, somebody whose blessing that you require. You know, sometimes the Hierophant can talk about marriage. Take it as it resonates. But it's old school, right? I see this person and I don't, you know, sometimes I call the Hierophant like, it can be like a priest, a pope, a pastor, a rabbi. It can be a guru, spiritual guru, a life coach even, but like a shaman. But this is like really old school. It's like a cardinal. It's like really steeped in ancient traditions. It's almost like there's something here you don't want to disrespect in your future energy. There's a level of respect that you are going to keep. what's your advice from Spirit? Wheel of Fortune. As I was telling you, that there's some really beautiful energies coming out for you. All will work out in divine timing. The Wheel of Fortune represents Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion. It is, however, this is Major Arcana number 10, clarified by another Major Arcana number 11. So you got 2 Major Arcana, but they're in succession. It's really crazy. You know, it's not often that happens, especially when you have so many cards in the deck. I'm reminded of the Scorpio reading that I just did. So if you have Scorpio placements, you may want to watch their reading, because the Justice card featured pretty significantly towards the end of their reading. Anyway, the fact that the Justice card is in reverse, it's kind of Spirit telling you that there's still some karmic balance that needs to be played out. I think that's why they're telling you to hold. All will be revealed. You know why? Spirit just gave it to me. They don't want you to rack up any more karma points. Yeah, negative karma points. Gossip is very low vibration. We all do it. Can't help it. Sometimes it's just so juicy. It's just so juicy. But Spirit is saying, hold. Wait. All will be revealed. Aries, all will be revealed. If you wait and you just let the karmic balance play itself out and you don't add to your own karmic load, right? This Wheel of Fortune will end up being something really beautiful. I'm getting a very clear, not clear, but specific example, which is maybe you know somebody at work is about to leave or get fired, and you really want their job. Don't go broadcasting that information. Maybe you're the only one that knows. Maybe the person that's leaving told you. If you want their job, just apply to the job, but like don't be telling everybody, because then you tell somebody you might have competition. Right? That's just one very specific example that might resonate for somebody. Can you clarify the Wheel of Fortune and the Justice card in the reverse, please, Spirit, as your advice? 3 of Pentacles in the reverse, 7 of Pentacles. Money, 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 money. That's heard the song. Money, 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 money. 3 of Pentacles, though, talks about collaboration and co-creation. So, again, don't tell everybody all your plans. You see the image here? They're actually, this is like a bank heist. They're looking at the plans, the schematics. But this is a working together card, and you got it in the reverse, and Spirit is saying, chill. Chill. Because this is how you're going to end up if you can just remain calm, remain quiet, remain calm. Go after what you want, right? We got to meet the universe halfway. 7 of Pentacles can also talk about deliberation over whether or not an investment is worth it. You're investing in something. But in this depiction, I just see you as just enjoying the fruits of your labor. That's pretty awesome. That's a great way to end this reading. Aries, if this resonated, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Aries.